Hey guys, today I host Amr Tangshu from Knowledge Parlour and he's going to talk about skepticism and critical thinking.
Hey guys, Knowledge Parlour here. Firstly, I would like to thank Freedom Kingdom a lot for giving me an opportunity to share some valuable things on our channel. So, in this video, we're going to look at the concept of critical thinking or skepticism. We'll also look at the importance of it, and I will give you 4 tips to improve critical thinking and 1 example of application of critical thinking in our daily life. So, critical thinking means the logical analysis of an issue so that by doing so we can form a judgment and take decisions. So, what does this mean? Well, this means you use your brain's not only thinking abilities but also your critical faculty to derive some conclusions. Let's look at an example to understand it in a better way. 2 investors, Alex and Jim, had bought shares of a company. After 2 years, the price of shares of that company fell down to an all-time low. Therefore, Alex thought of selling those shares and regain whatever money is left. But Jim, on the other hand, thought why the company was failing. What could be the possible reasons for a decrease of stock price? Therefore, he studied the causes of the company's failure, and he also studied the future plans of the company, and he was impressed by the company's future plans. Also, he was optimistic about the company's future. So, after a year, what happened is that the company's plans turned out to be very successful. It was having sales at an unprecedented rate. The stock price had gone up, and Jim sold the shares, and by selling those, he made over 4 times more money what Alex had made by selling his shares when the price was at an all-time low. So, we can see here in this example that Alex made a hasty and restless decision, but Jim remained patient and he gathered resources by studying about the company and used his critical faculty to make the decisions, and ultimately he made a lot of profits. Therefore, critical thinking is very important. Richard Branson, the billionaire, said that critical thinking is the key to creative problem solving. Every day we face tons of decisions. These decisions can lead us to favorable circumstances, or they can even throw us in horrifying situations. In order to get good chances of having favorable circumstances, we must use critical thinking. Critical thinking is indeed very important. Now suppose a rumor spreads out that a UFO has been observed by a man. But would you believe it instantaneously? The question you should ask before believing such an incident is this: how good is the evidence? Suppose a man says that he has been healed by the touch of a priest. But of course you should always ask the question, how good is the evidence? We cannot believe something just because someone says so. In this example, we may inquire and ask if the man had taken any medicine before coming into the contact of the priest, or were there any people besides the man and the priest who witnessed the incident, or was the man unwell at all in the first place? We must ask such questions before deriving a conclusion. Truly, skepticism is like a torch in the dark of superstitions, rumors, prejudices. So the 4 tips to improve your critical thinking are these. Improve your questioning skills. Learn to question systematically and logically. It's important to question logically. Suppose you failed an exam, and you ask, why did I fail? Whereas you didn't even study before the exam. You can see this is not a logical question. The second is gather enough and sufficient information. As we have seen in this example that Jim had gathered sufficient information and therefore he could make his decision correctly. The third is this: consider the foreseen consequences. Let's say you have heard somewhere that eating sugar provides your body with glucose and other important minerals. But you should also consider the fact that taking too much sugar will result in high blood sugar and other body imbalances. Therefore, considering foreseen consequences and applying your decisions based on them is very important. The fourth is evaluate the evidence. You should check for yourself whether the evidence is true or not. Evidence of eyewitness or evidence gathered from hypnotic therapy cannot be considered true, as they can be manipulated or changed. Now let us look at a practical application of critical thinking. Let's say in an advertisement you are said that by taking this pill every day, you will lose weight up to 30 pounds in just 2 weeks. So with a skeptical mind, you researched about the capsule and its ingredients, and after a couple of days, you found that it is true that the capsule burns your calories and reduces your weight. But the capsule has some harmful inedible things which cause your body to lose essential nutrients. Therefore, your body won't get the required energy and ultimately you will fall ill. Therefore, you should not purchase the product just because the advertisement says so. You should check out its ingredients, get a good recommendation from a doctor or a dietitian, and also check out people who have consumed the product and inquire about their health and its results. However, it should be kept in mind that excessive use of skepticism is also not good. In some cases, it would simply be silly. For example, in learning to spell. Therefore, one should be able to use critical thinking and imagination in right amounts and in right situations. So that's all for today. If you like this video, please hit the like button and make sure to subscribe my channel for more videos like this.